All right, here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. This information right here is from what I was talking about last night. It's not meant for everybody. You know, we on different frequencies. So this information that I'm about to spill is not meant for everybody. I'm gonna keep it simple as possible so I don't miss nothing. But I suppress this anger. I'm angry as fuck, but I have to suppress it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people is not awakened to this truth right here. So let me get started where I left off at, which was dead animals. Yep, I know y'all want to hear it. I know you don't like the way it sounds, but we eat dead animals and put in professional names on it, so-called professional names on it. And they ain't got nothing to do with your health or none of that. Because if that's the case, then why we enjoy the way dead animals taste instead of focusing on way dead animals make us feel. An hour later, after we eat the animals, calamari, fried chicken, hog maws, pig feet, alpaca, whatever you choose to eat, that animal is dead. Some of us even cook crabs in a pot where they be alive at first, screaming for their life. So if you really think about it, over the years and decades, we've been eating these dead animals for so long, we imitate them. If these dead animals can stand up on two legs, I'm talking about far as hogs and pigs, and stand up on two legs and walk around, they'll be looking like us with big stomachs poked out. You know what I mean? And they full of other things. Why they stomach big? Ours full, because most of us full of they dead meat inside of us, and it causes us to have these swell bellies as well. And imagine if they stood up on two legs, they'd be looking and walking just like us. Some of us don't even think like that. You know what I'm saying? But straight up though, when we eat, a lot of things that was hidden from the world, it's in secret places, and it's in secret places in this world, and also not even here no more. So that's why people like us have to come along to bring these changes. And I'm not afraid of nothing. I don't care what happened to me. I don't care. I'm more concerned about my eternal life and everybody else's. But people keep telling me to mind my business. Well, I would mind my business if God only created one person, but he created a whole race of people. So it's hard to mind your business. He wants us in everybody's business in a righteous way. But we out here playing too much, eating all these dead animals, thinking we living right because we can speak, we can talk, we could put words into so-called professions, making money off cut up chemicalized trees that's put inside of a building and factory and saying you rich, y'all. Ain't nobody rich off no trees or nothing that ain't piled up in your pocket. If that's the case, if you really rich, the sun shouldn't be burning you up as it gets stronger and stronger each year, each month, each day, each week. This sun getting stronger and stronger. You wearing all this gold and bling around your neck while it's frying your neck up. But you saying you rich though. If that stuff rich, it wouldn't burn you up. We taking in the wrong discipline. All this human-made stuff, suppressing our thoughts into human thoughts instead of keeping them spiritually the way we were born. A lot of us got it confused thinking we just humans living in spiritual experience, which is totally backwards. And believe it or not, after eating all these dead animals after all these years, that's the most important part of this sin. It played the biggest part of us eating these dead animals. We shouldn't be eating all these dead animals, y'all, putting these names on it. That's what controlled our mental mind state. That's what got us so suppressed and down. Because these animals is not living perfect. They down with problems. Problems worse than us. Diseases worse than us. And we eating diseases. And then on top of that, putting a face mask on saying it's okay. Putting out different variants every year. You better check out my Instagram videos. I spoke on different variants they're going to put out every year 2 years ago in my videos on Instagram. You feel me? This ain't nothing. I don't make this stuff up. I don't find nothing out of books neither. This coming from within, deep within the vibrations and feelings of life from the universe, which I don't choose to put names on. I choose to live a lifestyle of vibrations and feelings without names. You put names on, you're going to look for faces that you never seen before, which one we call Jesus. Never seen this man in my life, but I feel his spirit through the vibrations and feelings in life that I love and live in. You feel me? It's levels to this stuff, y'all, for real. So if you wonder why this generation in their 20s, whatever, 30s, even us in our 30s and 40s, don't even know what to say no more. Don't even have no conversations to say. If we do say stuff, it ain't real. You know what I mean? It's all about pleasures, what we can bring to the table with our minds being mentally unstable. It's so backwards and corrupt, yo. When we gonna straighten this stuff up? Why do I always got to take for people like us to come along and fix this? I mean, just think about it. Just wrap your mind around it, yo. We created this stuff on earth. Ain't like God and nature, whatever you want to call these fillers and vibrators, didn't actually come out the sky and create all this bullshit they sell. They didn't do it. But they waiting on us to clean it up. But we steady retaliating at eating these dead animals, pulling them apart. Some of us eating rare, medium rare with blood hanging out. How you think we're gonna get? I mean, some of us feed dogs red meat, bloody red meat, to make them angry and more vicious. So what you think you're doing to yourself by eating bloody steak? Your words is kind, but your feelings is vicious. Your vibrations is vicious. That's what's wrong with us. So it's so much going on in the world. There's so much I can talk about. I can't get it all out in one video, yo. It would make your head hurt. But listen to me, y'all. Believe me. I'm not making up this stuff. I'm not making up no bull. We never supposed to eat nothing that run from us, yo. Period. I know it tastes good, so it sound good. It tastes good, so we think it's right. We've been doing it for so long, traditionally taught we think it's right. We think it's right because the universe ain't bring complete wrath to us for eating these dead animals. But that's the most important sin we committed in the first place, from the beginning to now. Eating dead animals, mammals, whatever you want to call it, anything with blood in them. Dead wrong. Dead wrong. It got us out of our spiritual mind state, soulful mind state, into this fleshly thoughts, thinking we knowing what we doing into reality. It messed up relationships. Eating dead animals. Yeah, it tastes good. It feel good. I mean, it don't feel good. It just tastes good. The food that make you feel good is what really don't taste good. That's the trick of the devil. If you use your spiritual mindset, keep that on guard instead of ignoring it and running from it, and eat that righteous food, drink that water and vegetables with a spiritual mindset, that food, you'll feel it becoming spiritual to you instead of using it for your flesh first. That's what we mess up at. Using righteous food for your flesh, eating dead animals for your flesh, mixing up spiritual food with fleshly dead animal food. How crooked can our thoughts get from that? You feel me? So we twisted. We got good for evil and evil for good. We replace word for water and water for word. This food is spiritual. The same way you go to the store and activate your phone. Same way you set up the computer and activate these technologies in these cars now. It's the same way we have to activate our body with spiritual food. I'm telling you, it's another page. It's about that thick that was taken out that book that you need to put in context clues and do some investigation on. Because we spiritually starving out here, thinking we physically rich, and we not. Far from it. Because the things that's made in the spirit, we can't even take and put up with. We don't want to run and walk on grass, which it was made for. We don't want to stay outside and get washed by the righteous rain that fall from the heavens, the purest rain ever. We don't want to come out here and feel this invisible heat to spew this mucus out of us that we call sin from dead animals. We don't want to get this stuff out. Now people can say, oh, you must hate everybody. How can I hate and I'm speaking truth? That's the evil for good and good for evil. They hate you because you're speaking truth now and you living in truth. It's a lot of us out here that's rising up with this information. They call us the 144,000. They call us the chosen ones. They call us star seeds. They call us all kind of names, but what we is. Vibrators and fillers a righteous life. That's it. Mother Nature and God representing. The fire and the water representing. But that's a whole new deep level that y'all can't even sink y'all feet into. That's what I'm saying. This video is not for everybody. But I'm telling you, after we eat dead animals, we make up problems in our head that's going on. I'm tired. Nah, that dead animal you ate got you fucked up. You just high off eating his ass. Then on top of that, I'm not feeling good. Why? You probably just ate a dead animal that had TB or whatever. But it's all good because you kept them in the freezer. Come on, man. We thinking like these animals that we eat. Animals out here, let's just look at Discovery Channel, watch what they do. They have sex and run off. They can't stay in a relationship. We eating the same meat that can't stay in relationships. Relationships last longer back in the 90s and the early days because we swarm ourselves out with vegetables and fruits and stuff that can grow from the earth. Nothing can't, a dead animal can't grow when you water his ass. How you getting protein out of a dead animal and you can't, it can't grow when you water it? What kind of protein you getting and it make you weak and sleepy every time you eat the dead things? Slum, guts, problems that's made up, putting names on mucus that can come out your body. Cancer, these syphilis, gonorrhea, all this bullshit, AIDS. That's just mucus you can get out your body easily. So you got to get that right first. So that's these fruits and herbs and vegetables and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Stuff like this. It's not meant to be ate for your physical first. It's meant for your spiritual. And then guess what? After it start working for your spiritual, and these devils find out how it worked for you, and they don't want you to have that spiritual mindset strength, they're going to try to take this away. But not knowing that's when they dooming themselves completely. It's all over. It's all over now for unrighteousness. It's time for righteousness to spring back up forever. And I'm going to keep speaking this truth out until somebody kill this flesh. And I can care two fucks about it, yo. I'm tired of living like this amongst people that just speaking like computers and living like cartoons, man. Oh, he got a nice car. Oh, he in this video. Oh, look at the glass of cold. But all this, but this what you call global woman, which is nature and God's righteous spirit, anger and love rising at the same time. You're gonna be worrying all that crap. All that stuff ain't gonna matter no more. You're gonna be worrying about how to survive, honestly, out here. Food mess up relationships, y'all. All that. I know it sounds great because it tastes good. You enjoying yourself because you got something to talk about, eat some good food. But at the end of the day, you get sleepy. One person may not be sleepy. Then you're going to get mad at that person for being sleepy an hour later. Or you might get a migraine for eating so much pork. And then out here in this heat and then eating pork. Y'all wonder why these storms keep coming consistently. It's not going to stop. It's going to get stronger and stronger each year, yo. In your winters, it's going to fade out. You're going to have cold days, but them strong winters, y'all, it's going to fade completely out, yo. Just for the simple fact that we refuse to accept these years of atonement and discipline ourselves, come out these doors. We don't even have the blinds open no more. Look at the spiritual judgment. We don't even have the blinds no more to let the righteous sunlight in. They begging to fill us. They begging to fill their temple cleansed, in which we keep it dirty by our own decisions. And since we granted and able to make our own decisions, we took advantage of it all the way till we can't come back out of this hole we dug for ourselves. And that adventurous book also speak on he hated for the ones that refuse to step on the threshold in these last days, which meaning to punish yourself, judge yourself to the point where you love yourself to the death and back into resurrection of your eternal life. You could do that while you here. You ain't got to wait till you get all old and can't party no more. You know what I mean? We capping right now on our own self. Man, listen. Stop eating all these dead animals. I'm not saying that I don't indulge in eating them. But I'm more in tune with spiritual reality. There's nothing healthy and wise about eating so many dead animals. They used to help us build kingdoms and stuff back in the day before we started eating them. How you think these pyramids got built and they can't figure out why? Because some of them still think dinosaurs was here before us and all that. But nah, these pyramids they helped build the pyramids. Man. Relationships don't last no more. People don't know what to say. I can say some crazy. This how clear and passionate I am. I can clear up an argument by staring at a female. Even if I don't want her, I'm just staring at her. She may ask me what a problem while eating that dead animal. What you looking at, man? What you staring at? My reply can be, we both got an eye problem. I'm just trying to figure out what righteous can come out of something righteousness can come out of staring at each other. Let's figure out what this eye problem is for. I know it's coming with good intentions. So that's why I'm staring at you, to put these good intentions into words. Just come at like that, with some serious Mac, some serious gameplay instead of argument. Oh, what you staring at me for? You were staring at me first and all that that's that animal stuff. That's the animalistic thinking. If you look out in the jungle, they argue and fight over food the same way. Over dumb stuff. We are letting animals lead us into destruction, and they waiting on us to lead them into everlasting life. That adventures book say the same destruction coming for the humans is coming for the animals. Why? Because you got animals out there in these fields and ditches refuse to be vegetarians like some of them, like the rest of the animals. The same punishment coming for the animals. You feel me? For eating other animals, killing them and eating them. That's how we was back in the ancient days when we used to eat meat back then. We found the strongest animal to help hunt and kill other animals, trained them how to kill them because we had an appetite for meat. Then we tie that animal up, spear them to death or something so we can eat the meat. That's how dangerous we always been. But now it's so normal eating meat. We got restaurants to kill these animals and put them in and eat them. And then we wonder why we got so many problems in the world because we ain't eating righteous. With our mind on our purpose, on our wisdom that we have and we choose to ignore and say we're in relationships. I'm telling you right now, there's nobody married, there's nobody rich, and there's nobody definitely saved. Not believing in no names, thinking something, a name out the sky, a body out the sky gonna save you. That ain't how it work. That ain't how it work in the spirit world. We looking at this in the flesh, and we was created out of a spirit instead of using our spiritual mindset. We using our fleshly mindset to try to gain insight, to try to gain understanding of the spirit world. It don't work like that. And you wonder why time and days moving faster now? Check this out, y'all. We used to be able to look in the sun when the sun was straight up. When the sun was straight up back in the ancient days. Look straight in it. But as time went on with eating all these dead animals, building up mucus, which you're seeing in your body, now we at the time, at this spiritual judgment, where the sun could be straight up in the sky instead of, going down and rising up. It hurt our eyes. We looking straight ahead and not even looking in the sun, looking straight ahead, and it still hurt and burn our eyes. And we ain't even looking straight up in it. That's how far we gone in eating these dead animals and everything else, that all this other bullshit that come with it. Sweets, chips, all that. I'm not saying that I'm different from people from eating this. I eat it at times too, but if it was up to me to go out here and kill these things and cook them and eat them, I wouldn't do it. Not to satisfy my taste buds, I wouldn't do it. All these problems in the world come from that. All the selfishness, all the greed comes from undisciplined. All that come from all these righteous fillers that came before us, taught us how to judge ourselves and love ourselves and all that. But as soon as I come along or anybody else come along with a powerful purpose, they thinking we trying to be a God or the savior of the whole world, or we just or they want to call it Jesus. I'm not Jesus, far from it. I don't want to be no Jesus, no name that nobody seen and nobody don't understand. I'm a righteous filler, a vibrator of nature and God that come through the fire and water of life and love and represent that to the death of this flesh. That's what I come to represent. You feel me? Now I'm telling you, take heed. And I'm going to tell you this going to spook you out. And if anybody want to subscribe to the channel and find out if I'm lying about this, you can easily do it. There's not nobody head and thought that I'm not in. You know why? You feel why? You vibrate why? Because there's no unlimited. There's no unlimited to love. There's no limit to love. It's unlimited minutes when it comes down to love in life. And I'm full of it. And I hate nothing on this planet. I love everybody. You could be my enemy, I'm going to still love you to the death. Because love got the last stand. Dr. King once said, We won't be satisfied, and we will never be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. And that's where we are today. I love y'all. Stay dangerous, which means protect yourself in the flesh, and stay righteous, which means love and life yourself in the soul and in the spirit. Peace, y'all.